Hi, I'm Ray Young. I'm a emeritus professor from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I'm continuing with my series of lectures on essential oils and perfumes, the basics. And today I'm going to cover the characteristic of essential oils from other plant sources. Last time we discussed essential oils from plant blossoms, and today I'll go through some plant leaves, essential oils, roots and seeds, woody materials, and exudates, some examples from each category. And our following lecture will be on animal sources. There's a variety of different leaf structures that provide essential oils, very important essential oils. The lemongrass, the actual lemongrass, can substitute for the lemon oil, the expressed oil from the lemon peels. The lemongrass gives a lemon gingery type of a sharp odor as opposed to the lemon oil, expressed oil from the lemon peels. Peppermint, rosemary, I think you're all familiar with. The eucalyptus, as we mentioned, comes from the leaves of the eucalyptus tree, steam distilled. And then there's patchouli. Patchouli is an important component of many perfumes. It's used as a base note. We know it as a rich, earthy smell, woody, moist. It's sometimes referred to as the unwashed cousin of lavender. It's a small shrub. The leaves are fermented in piles and then they're distilled. And as I mentioned, it's an excellent base note and a fixative to hold the other oils into the perfume juice so that they don't disperse too quickly. It's recognized that smell from the 60s because the counterculture crowd used to wear this extensively. Plant oils from roots and seeds are a number of them also. Vetiver or kus from India is a very common component of essential oils. It's a grass, but the essential oils is actually extracted from the root structure of the vetiver plant. And as patchouli, vetiver is an excellent fixative. It's in many perfumes such as Dior's Eau Sauvage and Guerlain Vetiver. The fragrance is deep and sweet, woody. Some say smoky or earthy with an amber type aroma. It's a sweet resinous odor, or the balsam type aroma. A very important component of many perfumes. Another seed-derived, another essential oil, but from seeds rather than roots, is the Tonka bean. It's from a flowering tree in Central and South America, and here the seeds are utilized in perfumery. And what they contain is this coumarin that imparts that pleasant odor, and it's a common ingredient in many perfumes. Coumarin has been produced synthetically, and oftentimes the synthetic is used in place of the expensive Tonka bean extract. The fragrance is also excellent for perfumes. It's new mown hay smell, a bittersweet almond component, a very excellent and very pleasant aroma from the Tonka bean. Perfume oils are also obtained from woody material, in particular sandalwood, a very important component of many perfumes. Many of the florals have this sandalwood base note. It's grown in Australia and Indonesia. It was formerly grown in Hawaii. The extensive sandalwood forests in Hawaii were lost after the Hawaiian king became enamored with porcelain from China, and he ordered large quantities of porcelain for the palace in Honolulu, but then he forgot one thing, that he had to pay for it, so he bartered the entire sandalwood forest from Hawaii, which were cut and sent to China many years ago, which is unfortunate. One of the problems with woody material is that you have to cut down the whole tree. It's destroyed. You don't have a reoccurring blossom every year as you do with the florals. And the trees should be 30 years old for best oil production. And as you may guess, there's a decreasing supply, but the growth in Australia and Indonesia is starting to fill that. It's been used as an incense for 4,000 years, so it's a very old known type of aroma for all kinds of uses. As I mentioned, because of the increasing pressures on sandalwood, the cost has gone up like 10 times in 10 years, and smuggling is common. It's also a good fixative as well as a base note. And if you smell sandalwood, you'll note that woody, milky, soft, sturdy note. It's rich, it's got a green top note, and it has a long, satisfying, lingering scent. I bought sandalwood carvings from India many years ago, and the aroma lasted for over 20 years. It's a very lingering scent, excellent for perfumes. We do obtain perfume oils from a variety of other woody materials, such as cedar and rosewood. We won't cover those further, but they're obtained in the similar fashion. You grind up the wood or the tree and then steam distill off the aroma. Sandalwood has become so expensive that there's been a large amount of work done on producing synthetic analogs of the sandalwood aroma, the santolos. We also obtain perfume oils from resins, as I mentioned in the first lecture. Frankincense and myrrh are obtained from the resins of the frankincense from the boswellia tree, myrrh from another tree, both from North Africa, balsam as Peru balsam. Pine, we know the resins in a pine tree when you cut into a pine tree, and this is how they derive turpentine, which is the source of many synthetic type chemicals that derive from the turpentine. And then styrex, where we obtain benzoin, and benzoin is a big component of one of the newer perfumes called Candy, which we'll talk about later when we go through the floral families. That completes my discussion of the other plant sources for the essential oils. And in my next lecture, I'll be talking about the animal sources for odorants for essential oils. Thank you.